Computer. There we go. Okay. So my name is Meredith, and I am your upline. I'm going to tell you briefly a little bit about me, and then I'm going to kind of go over some like new stuff, some things that you guys might want to know. I'm going to go over kind of everything to like what I do to build my business every day, to how we get paid, because I got a couple of those questions today, and these notifications are going to pop up on my computer and drive me nuts. So anyways, my name is Meredith. I started with It Works in, let's see, November of 2015. When I'm good friends with Stacy. I was friends with her for like a little over a year before I got started. So when I started with her, I was actually living in public housing. So I was living in Section 8 housing, and I was miserable. I was pregnant with my 1-year-old. I also have a 10-year-old daughter, and I'm pregnant again, but and she's back there crying. So I might be a little distracted if I keep looking. I'm like, Aaron, go get her. So I started with It Works in November of 2015, and was living in public housing, pregnant, had my daughter. And I looked at my husband and I said, I don't want to raise my girls in public housing, and I don't want to have to work, because I was working like a whole lot. So he said, okay. I didn't know what to do. So I remember Stacy kind of popped into my head. So I called her and I was like, what is this about? I asked questions that probably a lot of you guys had. So I said, okay, let's do this. I did not have the money to start. You guys, when I joined, I know most of you are on here because you joined for the $10, which is incredible. That gives you guys such an amazing opportunity. Let's see. Okay, sorry. So that gives you guys such an amazing opportunity. When I joined, it was $99. So with tax and everything, it was like $112. I did not have that money to join. So what I decided to do was I wanted it really bad. So I decided to be late on a bill, which was a little stressful. But I knew that I was getting my 4 wraps, and I could sell those 4 wraps for $100. So I prayed, and I said, all right, let's do this. So I signed up. I gave my money. I got my wraps. Like I was pregnant, so I couldn't use them. So I decided to sell them. So I sold my 4 wraps, made my money back, and it took me, so I was slow to get started. I didn't jump all in at first. I hadn't really caught the vision. So it took me, let's see, 4 months to sign 4 little customers. It took me 5 months to sign my first distributor. That's not everybody's story. There's a lot of people that move really fast in this business. It's completely up to you, what you do with it. So my kid is like screaming. It's really distracting me. I'm sorry, guys. So I called, I think I called Stacy in that February and was like, this isn't working. I don't know what to do. And she gave me some suggestions. So I finally jumped all in. The next month I promoted. We moved out of Section 8, out of public housing. And by August, I was able to quit my full-time job. So I know this stuff is possible, and it's an amazing opportunity. And I hope you guys can take full advantage of that. Full advantage of the fact that you were able to join for $10. That's incredible. That you were able to take that opportunity. So the first thing I want to encourage you to do is write down your why. Like, why did you join? Why did you start up? What was the reason? For me, it was I wanted out of Section 8 and I wanted to be able to quit my job. My why of why I do this has evolved over time. I accomplished those goals, so it's now like, okay, what's next? And so with that, write down your why. Just really remember why you started, because those times, if you ever feel discouraged, you want to go back and look at that. You also want to write down your goals, and you want to fight for them. So what is your goal? Like, my goal this year is to help you guys, and obviously to promote myself. My goal is by the end of the year I'm charted for Double Diamond, is to get that volume and be able to go Double Diamond and hit that promotion. And all of that takes, and our leaders a lot talk about this, and they talked about a lot of this at conference, like it takes massive action sometimes to be able to do this. And one of the things that I do, and I'll kind of change it, and I have it sitting up here behind me, is I make a dream board, and I put pictures of what I want when we can buy another home, what I want my office to look like, the family vacation I want to take, the fact I want to be able to send my girls to private school. I have on there, have one more child. I'm good. Like that, put that on there before I was pregnant now. Buy a new car. I've already been able to do that. So, it's constantly evolving, and that dream board will help keep you focused. I have it above my desk, and it helps keep me focused. So that's one of the things that I want to encourage you to maybe do, and like write down your goals and your why. And then when you first get started, like a few really good things to be able to do is, I've made notes over here. I was watching Cami Dempsey. If you don't know, Cami Dempsey is, I can't remember, pregnancy, right? I think she's our chief networking officer. I might be wrong. That's horrible, isn't it? Stacey's going to kill me. She's going to be like, you don't remember? And I've met Cami and seen her, and she was like so sweet. But she did a live video on a lot of stuff, so I kind of like watched that and was taking notes so I could go over some stuff with you guys. So when you first start, I encourage you to message what we call our chicken soup list. So who are those people that would, if you were sick, or you really needed somebody, you would call to say, hey, I need you to bring me over some chicken noodle soup. Who are those people that you would ask? I encourage you to message those people, let them know that you've started this business, and you would appreciate their support if they could become a loyal customer, or even a retail customer or a distributor, see what they're interested in, and say, hey, I'd like your support on this. And a lot of times those people that are on those chicken soup lists would be gladly support us. Some may be skeptical, and that's okay. There's no problem with that. But you always want to ask. You never know unless you ask. And then also, you want to start posting right away. Don't hesitate. In that, so we have a couple of threads. There's the, and I know it can get a little confusing, that new Team Ashby July new distributor training. There's some sample posts in there. If you run out of stuff, run out of ideas, please message to your team message. I will gladly send you sample posts that you can just copy and paste. When you're copy and pasting your post, just add an emoji, take an away emoji, whatever. You just don't want to get flagged by Facebook as spam if, a bunch of people are sending the same post out. And then one of the things you want to do on your post is if somebody even likes your post, you want to message them. You say, hey girl, thanks so much for the love of my post. Are you interested in, and I keep it very simple. Like let's say it was a post about the greens. Hey girl, thanks for the love of my post. Would you like more information about the greens? I do this on Facebook and Instagram. I found a lot of loyal customers that way because I find a lot of people are afraid to message me and ask, hey, I'm interested. So by messaging those likes, you also create leads. And one of the things I wish I would have done when I very first started was make a list of everybody that I talked to. So we call that your 100s list. I did make a 100s list, but I didn't keep adding to it by the people that I talked to. So you want to start making a list of 100 people that you can continue to keep in contact with and follow up with. So a lot of this business sometimes is about planting seeds. So I was talking to one of my distributors the other day, and I said, with this big boom of the $10 kits, I signed, I think it was like 22 distributors, but I told her, I said, this is why we work, and continue to work, even if we're not signing people, we're planting those seeds, is because on times like these, we have those people to message, and we've made that list, and we have those people to follow up with, because I have a feeling that there's going to be a loyal customer promo that's going to come up because of this new distributor one. So we want to be creating those leads of those people that we can message when that hits, and obviously message before them. So I usually follow up with everybody on Friday if they don't give me a specific date, because most people get paid on Fridays. And then I keep following up with them usually about once every 2 weeks to once a month until they tell me no. Okay, so whether or not they look at my message or respond to my message when I follow up with them, I don't stop following up with them until they tell me outright no. Once they tell me no, then I'm like, okay, cool, I totally get it. But sometimes it takes talking to them more than one time. People don't want to commit right away, you know what I mean? to them finally committing sometimes. So you want to continue to create that follow-up list and follow up with people. We always say fortune is in the follow-up, and that's so true. So like I said, you want to keep that list, and then your 100s list. I said, okay, Friday's a good day to follow up. So one of the things that you want to work towards every month, and I'm going to pull this up, and then I'm going to share my screen. Hang on one second. Pull this down. Let's see here. So here's my screen. I'm going to pull this up real quick, see if we can Google this. I was going to have all this stuff pulled up, but like I said, my kid unhooked my Wi-Fi. So that was fun. There we go. That's it. That's not what I want. It works. And I feel like I gotta sneeze. But, excuse me. Okay. So this is ignore all the other stuff in the background. So these are our steps to success. So step 1, you guys have already done. You have joined the party. You're doing this, right? Step 2, what did I just click? Sometimes. Okay. Step 2 is going to be you want this is something you want to do every single month. So step 2, or at least work towards. I can't always do it every single month. Some months I go beyond that. So step 2 is you want to get your 4 loyal customers. Okay, so there's a couple of really cool things right now about getting 4 loyal customers. First of all, if you get 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, you get a $100 shopping spree. So that's going to either be for the It Works store, It Works gear. I have one of my shirts on now, which I will tell you is really helpful to wear shirts out and about because people will ask you about them. They'll be like, what works? Or, oh, I've heard of those wrap things. Do you have one on? You always carry wraps on me, you know, if somebody wants them when I'm out. But so you get the $100 shopping spree. You also get an entry into winning an It Works Jeep that they're doing. I'm trying to think. Okay. And then the other thing is the wrap rewards. So for every 2 loyal customers you get a box of wraps for $25. So the reason why that's so exciting is because you can take that box of wraps and sell it for $100. So boom, you make $75 cash. That's one of the ways that we can make money. And your step 3 is you want to start growing your team. So you want to try to get 3 distributors every month if you can. Like I said, I don't always even do this now, but it is very possible, and it's definitely a goal to work towards. And I have this actually laminated, so I fill it out every month as I get my 4 little customers and my distributors, right? So that is what you want to work towards. And then I'm going to go into, let's see, my eSuite, which is, thank goodness the baby stopped screaming. Somebody please tell me if you can't see my screen for some reason. Laura, you're on here, so if I'm missing anything or you think of anything to add while I'm talking, and I know Nicole is too, you guys can unmute yourselves and like be like, hey, or if I'm messing up, then you can unmute yourself. So one of the cool things that they've done recently after Green Carpet was when they announced all the promotions. Is they have the Training Academy now in eSuite, and it's really cool because they've updated it. You guys have really joined at the right time. So you want to go through all this, right? So you have a new distributor checklist that you can go through, and this can kind of help set you up, you know what I mean, and what you need to do. Because I know it kind of seems really overwhelming in the beginning. It's really not that bad, and I will personally move with you as fast as you want to go. You know what I mean? I have one girl who's like, I'm just joining all the groups that you tell me to and figure it out. And that is awesome. You know, we'll go as fast as you want to go to. We'll go at your own, you know, this is your business. So, and I'm here to help you be successful. So like I said, we'll do it as fast or as slow as you want to. Here's the steps to success I was talking about. And they have some tips on completing your steps to success. They also talk a little bit about blitzing. So in your kit, you'll get what's called blitz cards. And I think, hold on. So this is going to be your blitz card, right? And then you can't see it because I'm sharing my screen. So I'll show it to you in a second. So anyways, so you have blitz cards, and they give you tips on blitzing. And I'll show you what a blitz card here is in a minute. And then it talks about wrap parties. So here's the thing. If any of you, and I'm going to post this, put this in that Team Ashby New July distributor training. If you're in the Lexington or Louisville area within 2 hours of Lexington, I will gladly come and do a wrap party for you. So if you guys want to schedule a wrap party in July or August, please let me know. The sooner the better, as far as when we do it. And I will come do a wrap party for you guys, because I know the first time you do one can be a little scary. You don't have to do wrap parties. I did them for myself when I first started. Stacy actually came and did one for me when I was living in Section 8. And then I finally started doing them on my own. And then as my team built, I do them for my team. So if you want to do one, and then it talks about what's your colors. So this is going to be personality colors. I highly suggest you read this. I am very red. And what red means is I'm very like money oriented and motivated by money and by competition. But it helps you when you look at those colors, figure out what color you are, but it also helps you talk about, be able to talk to people. So I know if I'm talking to somebody who's red, I strictly want to stick to the business aspect of things and the money aspect. If I'm talking to somebody who's blue, who likes to party, then I typically talk about just the friendship, fun, and freedom. So that really helps with kind of talking to people. There's also the comp plan that talks a little bit about that and how we get paid. Then you also have the dream board. I'm going to try to go through this a little bit quicker so you guys can ask questions, not too fast. But so it also talks about the dream board that I was talking about earlier, like when you're writing down your why and your goals. So with that, sorry, my mouth keeps getting really dry. I'll tell you what, pregnancy it's not easy all the time. So you not get out of breath so easily. The other thing is with the dream board, and I told you I was going to give you some tips on things that I do to build my business. One of the things, and I know we kind of want to go over the basics right now, and that's fine. I'm just going to throw this out there, and if you want to know more, then please share your team message. I do personal development every day. Try to every day. For the most part, I do it every day. Of course, life happens, and sometimes I can't. So personal development for me is listening to an audiobook. I read the You Are a Badass book. I listen to Les Brown or Jim Rohn a lot on YouTube. So if you want some links to some of that stuff and stuff to start listening to help you grow and also help your business grow, please let me know and I'll gladly send that to you. So also, if you've just started, when you first log in, you're going to get like a home screen. Mine doesn't show up right now, but you're going to, because I've already filled it out, but you're going to get a home screen, and at the top in the red, it's going to talk about filling out your tax information. You want to make sure that you've done that because you won't get paid until you do that. So I've talked about, let me see. Okay, so once you start building your team, let's see if I need to share. I don't think I need to share my screen anymore. So I can get back to you guys. There you are. So once you start building your team, you're going to look for or start getting what's called fast start bonuses. So what that means is for every distributor that you personally sign or enroll, once they get their 2 loyal customers in their first 30 days, you get a $100 bonus. Right now, from now until the 7th of this month, you sign somebody up and they get 4 loyal customers in their first 30 days, you're going to get $200 in bonuses. And let me tell you what, fast starts have been a huge blessing because it's like unexpected money. You know what I mean? I've earned quite a few of them. One time, I think it was like February, I earned quite a few of them, and they help. And one good thing about them, it also motivates us to help our team be successful as well. So I really like the way that they've set that up. And then one of the things, I'm going to share the screen really quick to show you this because a lot of people get confused. So where you're going to hear us talk about, there's two ways you get paid, okay? So, or it can be not get paid, but be commission qualified. So what that means is you are qualified to receive commissions. And there's two ways to do that, right? So there's one is you have $150 worth of, or BV, of customer sales. So right here, when you click on orders, or it'll even show if you don't even log in, you just go to your main website and click on shop. It's going to show you the prices, but it'll also show you the BV. So this is 54 BV, the Fighting Deal's 40. I don't ever sell fab wrap. But this is what you're going to get paid on, is this BV. So you have 150, and I know this seems a little confusing, in BV, or of customer orders that you sell every month, or sell that month, or you can set up an $80 worth of BV auto ship to get commission qualified. So that's auto ship of products you receive every month. When I first started, I couldn't afford to set up that $80 or $90 auto ship every month. So I made sure that I had $150 worth of customer orders every month so that I got paid on my commissions. You know, so this isn't like, you know, we push for that, for those customers every month. If you can't afford to set up an auto ship, if you can, that's great. And you know, there's products you're going to be using every month, then I highly encourage it. You can get those wrap rewards, sell wraps to cover your auto ship every month. So there's a couple of ways. Let me see. I'm like out of breath. Stop sharing. Okay. So there's a couple of ways that we get paid. So I've already explained one, and that's through RepCash. The second one is commissions. We get paid commissions on the 15th of every month. And I kind of explained on how to be commission qualified. And the third way is just bonuses. So I talked about the Fast Start bonus, which is awesome. But the other bonus that they have right now, and they extended it, and it's awesome because now that you guys have signed up, you actually qualify for it, is the Diamond bonus. So if you reach the rank of Diamond in 3 months, you get $10,000 bonus. If you reach it in 6 months, you get a $5,000 bonus. So it's definitely something to work towards and to push for, and that's why I say get started now. You know, so the bonuses are really awesome. Somebody got unmuted, which is perfectly fine. It happens. Okay. So the bonuses is definitely something you want to work for and get started now. So I talked about, I know that you guys have seen a lot of stuff come through, and some of you are in it, is the push, the July push. So I wanted to talk about, if you're in the push, congratulations. It's awesome. I love it. My business grew the first month I did a push in January. It was insane. I signed the most amount of people that I've ever signed in my life. Don't get overwhelmed by the push, okay? So in that push, every day there's going to be daily tasks that you're going to do. And we're also going to have power hours every day. Sorry, I told you pregnancy is not glamorous. So you're also going to have power hours every single day. I will be doing the Thursday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, that power hour. But we also have the 8 o'clock at night power hours on some days, because I know that a lot of people do work and they can't always be on at 1 o'clock. So the push is really great. And if you do those daily to-dos that are listed in that push group, and if you complete those tasks every day, I can promise you your business will grow. Without a doubt, it will grow. Your leads list will grow, and the amount of customers and distributors that you have will start to grow. So it's really good to be in that. The second thing I wanted to talk about was the weight loss challenge. And Stacy does one of these every 3 months. So it starts, like we had one that started on January 1st. So now we have one that's going to start on July 1st. And she does this. She's an awesome leader. She does this to help us build up our loyal customer base. She does this to help us build up our loyal customer base. So it's kind of an incentive. The winner with the highest percentage of body highest percentage of weight lost receives $300 cash, and she's the one that pays it out. Okay, so you want to really talk to people about that. All they have to do basically is become a loyal customer. They agree to buy one product a month for 3 months, which is what a loyal customer is. So a loyal customer is somebody who agrees to buy one product a month for 3 months. So, sorry, somebody keeps getting unmuted. Okay, there we go. And with that, they get our 40% discount, right? So they get our pricing. At the end of that 3 months, they can cancel, but they're still a loyal customer for life, which means at any point in time that they want to order, they can, and they still get our 40% discount. They can also switch products every single month. If you need help with that, like I said, always message us through your team message if you're unsure or if you need help talking to someone. We are more than willing to help. So basically the weight loss challenges, they participate for 3 months, and they order as a loyal customer, and they can participate, but it's extended till the 7th, the entry. And there's a main group for it that we add our potentials to, or people that are possibly interested in participating. So if you're not a member of that group or need help with it, please let me know. The first time I did a weight loss challenge, I was completely confused. So I asked lots of questions, and that's okay. But I did want to mention that that's something that's available for us. So if you know friends or family or anybody that you know is trying to lose weight, please let them know that they can do it and still win a $300 cash prize. I've had 3 people win in the last year. 3 of my loyal customers win the weight loss challenge, and they were so excited. 2 of them actually became distributors. Loyal customers make great distributors because they have a testimony. They know and they love the products. What else was I going to talk to you guys about? I know there was something. Yeah, so I told you kind of briefly what a loyal customer was. If you guys want to unmute yourself, like I said, I know Laura and Bethany. Look, your name shows up as Bethany. Laura or Nicole is on here. If you guys want to add anything, if I talk too fast, if you think I need to elaborate on something, please unmute yourself and let me know.
Hello, this is Laura. No, I think you covered everything. I think once everybody really starts to see it, then they start having more questions.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's, it is kind of confusing at first. And if you live in the Lexington area, like here's the thing, I don't know who does and who doesn't. I'm more willing to like sit down with you one-on-one and train too. But yeah, and a lot of it is once you catch the vision of this company and what you have your hands on, there is no stopping you. Like it is crazy. It's insane the amount of, oh, thanks, Bethany. Bethany. See, I keep calling you Bethany because her name is Nicole, but it always shows up. In my eSuite, it shows up as Bethany, so I always get confused. Because I have another distributor that's a Bethany. So thank you, Nicole. But yeah, it's a lot of it too is like catching the vision and staying connected. You know what I mean? Being on these Zoom, like these calls like this are important, and it's awesome that you guys are on because that shows that you're motivated, and I'm really excited for you. Stay on this. Like they talked about the family call. I know that was put in the message through our push. I don't know if we sent it through the Team Ashby one or not. I was looking real quick. I don't know if she did or not, but anyways, I put my phone down and 2 million messages, which is good. I'm excited. This is really good. You guys, I don't think I slept all last week as you guys were signing up, which was really cool. It's exciting to see that many people join us, and I just really want you guys to be successful and get this vision and like really get what you have your hands on, because it's pretty incredible. I mean, if you can think, like I always tell my husband, I was like, I would much rather help people and work on my phone 3 hours a day than go back and be able to do it with my kids and set my own schedule than go to a 9 to 5. I know everybody's vision is not necessarily to be able to quit their job. I know that there's a double diamond on our team who continues to work because she loves her job, and that's perfectly fine. My goal was to quit my job. I don't want to make money for anybody else. I want to make my own money. I want to get paid what I'm worth. And this is what this company does. You get paid for the work that you put in. And sometimes it will seem like you're putting in a lot of work and nothing's happening. But here's the cool thing about it. You're putting in all that work. 2 months later, a month or two later, boom, it will explode. I went from 3 distributors. This is when I first started signing distributors, 3 distributors to like 25 in the matter of a month and a half, because I had put in that work. You know what I mean? So, and Stacy says it really well, and somebody else says it too. I can't remember who, but you know, network marketing is one of those companies that in the beginning you're putting in a lot of work, sometimes for very little money, to be able to work less later on and make more money. You know what I mean? So it really pays off. You just have to stick with it. Nicole was one of those people, and yeah, I'm calling you out, but I love you, was one of those people I talked to for 6 months, probably. Was it about 6 months, Nicole? You can unmute yourself unless you have a baby sleeping or something. Was it like 6 months that I talked to you?
It probably was. I was very skeptical. And then, and I did have a boyfriend who was, saying, well, it's not going to work out, blah, blah, blah. You're just wasting your money. And I finally got him out of the picture, and I'm glad.
I'm glad you did too.
Definitely not a waste of money.
No, you definitely made your money back, right?
Yeah. More. It's, I don't know, it's very rewarding.
Good. And I'm so glad she joined me. So, yeah, it's cool. I'm glad you got him out of the picture too.
Yeah. Me too, but yeah, a lot of people, I can understand why they're skeptical, and I can understand why they're nervous, and the original price being $100. Why would you want to spend $100 on something you've never done before? But I took the leap, I took the chance, and here I am moving on up.
Yeah, and she's one of my rock stars, so I'm grateful. And that's the thing. And it took me 6 months of planting that seed and talking to her. So like I said, I say a lot of this business is about planting seeds. Just get started, get going. Try not to get in your head too much, and always ask us for questions. Ask us questions. We're always here to help. So does anybody have any questions before I jump off here? I have recorded this because I know I kind of give a lot of information kind of quickly. I don't want to keep, I know it's Sunday night. I don't want to keep you guys on too long. If you're ever on a call with Stacy, you're going to be, I love her. I hope she doesn't watch this. No, I love her. She loves to talk. She's very passionate about the business, which I love. She motivates me all the time. So please let me know if you have any questions. If not, then I will jump off here. But message me anytime. Your upline as well as myself will help you. So I hope you guys have a great Sunday night. Let's see, how do I stop recording this? Okay, there we go. Have a great night, guys.